Alright, so now I'm going to take you through the Pigtail kit here. So, just going through the components, the pigtail itself, the stylet, dilator, needle, syringes, and lidocaine. And there's a scalpel and some suture. So, you will have the patient laying at 30 degrees, and you're going for the 4th or 5th intercostal space, mid-axillary line. After you have your landmarks, you will prep the patient with ChloraPrep, drape them, and it's good when you drape them to leave the axilla and nipple in view to make sure your landmarks are still there. So with this, you're going to need lots of lidocaine. We have a few needles in here. One for drawing it up, one for injecting. So the goal for this is to anesthetize the pleura and the rib. Remember, for the chest tube, we're going to be going over the rib, under it. So, more likely the person will be at an angle like this. So, first making a wheel, and then go straight in over the rib, aspirating the entire time until you actually enter the pleura and you get some bubbles in your lidocaine. At that point, inject along the pleura and inject on your way out, and especially inject a lot of lidocaine over the rib. And you may need to go in again with more and put more lidocaine over the rib. Alright. So after that, you're going to use your finder needle, 6cc syringe. Some people like to put a little saline in the syringe so you can look for air bubbles, but you don't have to. You can just look for a rush of air. You're going to go right in the same tract as the lidocaine, straight in, aspirating till the rush of air. Once you have that, remove your syringe, take your guide wire, and you're going to insert your guide wire. Should go smoothly. Okay. Next, you're going to remove your needle, stabilizing the guide wire. And now make a nick over the needle, over the guide wire, sorry. And next part will be using the dilator. So thread your dilator over your wire. And the key is to go until you kind of feel it release as you enter the pleura. Pull back and do a twisting motion. And next you'll be ready to insert your pigtail. So usually with this, have it prepped ahead of time. Just have the stylet already in, so that way you can stabilize the wire with one hand. So if you see, once the stylet is in, pigtail becomes straight. So you are going to feed pigtail and stylet over the wire. Putting it through. Go to about the second black mark and then remove the wire and the pigtail together. And the stylet together. And then you can use this flexible connector tubing and attach it to the pigtail here. Make sure the stopcock is open so you have it off to this extra port, and then you'll have an assistant hand you the Pluravac connector, and this should slide right in, and it's extra wide so it'll slide right on. You'll tape those together, and the last step will just be to suture your pigtail in place. Usually I make a simple interrupted above and then do the sandal technique around the pigtail and then tie a bunch of knots on top. And then you can put fluffs on either side and tegaderm on top. That's it.